starting now. So we're at Lowe's. We're gonna pick up a 5-gallon pail with a sealing lid. And then we're gonna go to the grocery store and fill it up with stuff. Why are you doing this, John? Well, I'll tell you why I'm doing this. I said in a video the other day, you should get a 5-gallon pail and fill it up with food and stuff. And it occurred to me that I have never done that. And I'm telling you it's a good idea. And I've never done it. Oh, right here. And how can I tell you it's a good idea? It seems like a good idea to me. How can I tell you it's a good idea when I've never done it? So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. We're going to get a lid for these. And let's see where we're at. I think they're down here. Storage containers. I'll catch up with you guys at the exact spot where the pails are. Alright, so that's where we were when we went looking. Hi, kiddo! Okay, here we are. They're in paint. Very sweet. So 5-gallon pails. $3.88 for a 2-gallon food grade. That's this one, right? Is that this one? So you got choices here, it looks like. But what we want is the 5-gallon pail. What we want is the 5-gallon pail and an easy off bucket lid. That's kind of cheesy. We don't want that. Oh, here we go. $2.58 for a lid. And it looks like this is the bucket that it goes to. Try that real quick. Yep, there you go. And this is made in the USA. 5-gallon food grade tear strip, which I think I mentioned in that video. So yeah, this is food grade, food and beverage, agricultural industrial paint, and this is in the paint section. And there is the UPC number for it. It's got the tear strips. These are really easy to rip with a knife or a flathead screwdriver.
Shouldn't matter if I use a different brand.
And then you can use a pair of pliers to pull it from there. You can usually just do it with your fingers. So we're looking at $2.58 for the lid and $4.88 for the bucket. I'm gonna go get some air filters. I'm gonna go pay for this, and then we will go to the store and fill it up. We don't want to seal it yet. All right, catch up with you guys at the grocery store. So sorry for the shaky video in the Lowe's. I am beside myself with exhaustion. I'm tired. It was a long day and I'm wiped out, but I really want to do this. So we're going to get it done. Anyway, those people wanted wood stain. They haven't needed or wanted or had a desire for wood stain in 20 years. But the minute I want to sit there and talk about a pail, oh my God, I'm starting a wood stain. Poor Gabe's not laughing. I wanted Gabe to be in this, but he won't be in the video, so sorry about that too. Anyway, we're gonna go into Smart and Final right here. We got our 5-gallon pail. You saw the price on that. We're going to Smart and Final, and we're gonna put food in the pail. This is the first time I've ever done this, guys, with a 5-gallon pail. So get your notepads out. Get your notepads out, take notes. As we're going through stuff that you like, you go, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And put it in the thing. Put it in your list, right? If you think I'm doing something wrong, or if you think of something that you would think would be better, put that in your list, right? But this will give you an idea of what will fit in that pail, and then I'm not going to do the math on the calories and stuff. I'm going to let you guys do that. Matter of fact, focus. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a link to a video down below where a guy is doing something similar. And you can work out the calorie count on that, which will, and he explains how to do it and why. It tells you how long this is going to last you, if it's just you, if it's you and 2 other people, if it's you and a family of 5, whatever, you know. It gives you a better clue of how long this food's going to go for you, so you've got kind of a timetable. It's really important to kind of have a clue, you know, how long a pail like this is going to be. I like the pails because you can do like 20 of them, right? And then you can barter with them. You know, if you've got plenty of food or you start growing food, you can barter with the pails, and you can take a pail to trade and not show people everything you've got. That's a big deal. So if you decide to do that with that, or not, or if you just throw 2 pails in the car and run, or 5 pails, or whatever you can fit, you know, you don't have to take the whole thing if you don't have room for it. So it's like the water bottles instead of the 55-gallon drums. It's the same concept. So let's go into the store. Let's buy some food. So it's the basic idea here, guys, is we do not want to put perishables in here. We only want to put canned foods. We want to put dried goods, stuff that's going to last a long time. Nothing out of here. None of that. I don't know if you guys can see that. If I was paying attention, I would have seen that. Of course I wasn't, so I didn't. But beans and rice, that's a big deal. We want beans and rice. Look at this. Triple cleaned pinto beans. You have giant bags, 50-pound bags for $33. These are Costco prices. Thai jasmine rice. So here's kind of my line of thought, guys. Here's a 5-pound bag of rice. And you can see we've got plans. What I want to do is move the pail to the front of the cart, if you don't mind. Okay, so here's a 5-pound bag of rice. How long is that going to last you? Right? How long is that going to last you? You have to figure that out. Along with the 5-pound bag of rice, there's the, what would we get? That's the jasmine. We don't want that. Let's get this. This is 5 pounds. This is 5 pounds. What's this? Calrose rice, blue ribbon, extra long grain, enriched. Okay, let's get that. I don't want the jasmine. And then we want beans, so we're gonna get. Now you can do something like this, but I wouldn't know what to do with that. And they've got all kinds of beans, but here's just pinto beans. There's a 5-pound bag. Let's see how that fits in there. There you go. Alright, let's go over to the canned food aisle. I gotta remember not to put you in the thing. Let's go to the canned food aisle and see what we can fit in there along with that. Some condensed milk. Alright, canned foods. Maybe we should do some dried pasta, Gabe. I'm going to bring up a concept here. I can't remember who I heard say it. But if all you're eating is rice and beans, you're going to be really sad about eating. And there's the whole comfort food thing. There's going to be stuff you want to have, you know, food that you enjoy too. So you have to make a decision. How Spartan do you want to get with this? Can we afford some room for some spaghetti and some spaghetti sauce? That's a thing. Do you want spaghetti? You know, is that something you like to eat? But we can come in here. These are like prepared meals. Steak and potato chunky stew or soup. I love these Progressos. These are really good. My favorite. Where is it? I don't see it, Gabe. But they got vegetables in them, stuff like that. You know, you can flavor it up a little bit once in a while if you put something like that in there. And then there's Campbell's soup. But honestly, these are so much. Oh, it just depends on your budget, because there's 2 for $3. That's $1.50 each. And then these home style ones are. The home style ones are, you know, twice the price. So here's a thought. You get something like this. It's just steak and potatoes with mushrooms. You can put that, a little bit of that. Like you open this can, you got 4 or 5 people, which we have 5 people. You can make rice and beans and then pour a little bit of that on top. Right? Doesn't that sound good? I actually want to have that right now. We'll get 3 of those. How's that sound? You like that? Does that sound like a good idea to you? Can we fit them in there? That's the question. There we go. They fit. Now, don't just get the same thing either. What else can you put on top of your... There's lentil with roasted vegetables. So anyway, there's something to flavor it up a little bit. You're gonna bring the cart. What you don't want to do, since you're talking about cooking beans, you don't want to buy beans in a can. I would think that's kind of my... here's another good idea. Stay the hell away from this. If you've ever read the sodium content on these, that's like kill you dead. That stuff's really, really bad for you. All right, we're coming down here. Do you like peas, Gabe? I like peas. Not a lot, but I like them, and they're good for you. So that fits in there. I keep forgetting to look through my viewfinder. There we go. There's some peas. What else we want? You like corn? There's mixed vegetables. Green beans out of a can are kind of gross. Have you ever had them? Mom's real good about feeding us fresh green beans. But here's cut green beans. Put that in there. You know. Ooh, fruit. Pears. Pineapples. There's some pineapple? Does that sound good? No? You don't like pineapple? Cranberry sauce. You like that? You like that? Whole berry cranberry sauce. Delicious. It's gonna be like Thanksgiving. You like peaches, don't you? This is in keeping with the happiness thing. Peaches. Yellow, clean peaches. They fit, right? What else? Some meat. We kind of have that with the steak and the potatoes, right? Condensed milk. Where's the condensed milk? Let's go find that. Peanut butter's not a bad idea. You like peanut butter and jelly, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I like is peanut butter and honey. But peanut butter is really good for like on the go. A lot of protein. But then you get the beans.
Yeah.
So.
Crackers.
Dried stuff? Nuts? You know, they took almonds. They removed almonds from the tombs of the Egyptian pharaohs. And they were still good. What's the use by date on banana chips? I love banana chips. They're so delicious. Is there a use by date on here? A best by date? Resealable. I like that. I don't see a... Oh, yeah. Best by January 2021. This is 1 year. I want to get a little bit longer out of it than that. Oh, here we go. Spam. Everybody loves spam, right? Vienna sausages. I like tuna too. This is gonna be your taste, guys. You wanna put a spam or two in there? Let's put a spam or two. What kind of? We just want regular. 25% less sodium. What's the use by date on that? Spam doesn't last forever, guys. 2023, so we got a few years on this. 2 years? 2 years. Trying to keep you out of the thing. Yeah, that's good. 2 years good. So I'm gonna make that suggestion too. Let's grab 2 of those. You guys really need to look at the used by dates, January 2023, on these items. The thing that goes bad first, you need to put a use by date on this bucket. You need to put the date that you put it in, and you need to put the earliest use by date. I'm not saying put this in your 5-gallon pails, guys, but having baking powder, you can buy flour and seal it in another 5-gallon pail, label it, right? And you can, like we were talking about not having bread, you can have all this stuff to make bread, which we actually do at home. Mom keeps that stuff in the house separate from the other stuff, but we actually have sugar we'll keep almost forever. So will salt. You need that stuff. I mentioned in the other video having seasoning, the seasonings that you like, and you can have small containers of this stuff. Really good idea. We're still looking for condensed milk. I'm gonna go on this too, guys. You kind of have to be judicious on this because this is, I think, kind of a luxury thing. You don't need it to survive. But if you get coffee beans and you seal them, I think they last an awfully long time. You might want to look that up, check on it. But it would be good to have coffee that you can make. Instant coffee crystals. That stuff doesn't taste very good, but it's coffee. And that's, again, with that keeping your morale up, and especially if you have a caffeine addiction. I enjoy my coffee, but like I see people like, oh, I didn't get my coffee, I'm all screwed up. I don't have that problem. If I miss coffee for the day, it doesn't run my day. So I won't say I'm caffeine addicted. I might drag a little bit that morning, but after a day or two, it is almost no effect. So if you're one of those people that has a caffeine addiction, you might want to see about doing something like that. Let's do that. All right, so we went down this aisle earlier, and in the sugar aisle is the condensed milk. We walked right by it because it's at shin level. So these are some of the options: 2%, just evaporated, sweetened condensed. I think this comes out like a cream. I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some of these small ones. Sorry. This is one of those things you can have some of your dairy and it'll last. So what is our use by date? 01/21/21. So a year from now. That's going to seriously limit your storability on this. Yeah, May 27th, 2021. This is sweetened condensed milk. So if you put this in there, guys, it's going to seriously limit your time on this 5-gallon pail. But Mom asked me to get these, so we're going to get them anyways. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get these because they're the smaller ones. They're $1.20 each. Carnation evaporated milk.
Don't put them in the bucket.
So this is how they would fit, and that would pretty much that's pretty much gonna do it. Don't put beef jerky in there. There's this kind of stuff. I wouldn't do that. You can put, you know, a small bag you can reseal. If you've got one of those food seal bags, those food savers, we have one of those. You can put small amounts of this stuff and salt and sugar, right? And reseal them in those bags and have that as part of this. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go check out. I'm gonna have her subtotal this. We'll see where we're at with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is not planned. It's poorly done. I'm extremely tired and I'm not thinking straight. And I think this could be done better with a little more thought. And I'll tell you who would be a really good one to bring in on this is Mom. Mom would be a good person to have on board doing this. So But here's kind of the idea how to do it. You're obviously going to need water with the rice and beans, the other canned food stuff. This is going to get you by for a while, though, you know? You could throw this in, and I think that's actually halfway decent. That's not the best we could do. If you put the condensed milk in there, you've got 1 year on this food pail. So, I mean, that really limits it. You're going to have to look at that kind of stuff. How long is this stuff going to be good for if I put this in here? That's a big deal. If these are things that you use anyways, and this is all stuff I would actually eat. This is all stuff we do eat. We eat stuff like this all the time. So if you're health conscious, you want to look at the sodium content on those, like that beef and potatoes. I just think that's good stuff to put on the rice and beans. Like if you steam the rice, you know, with your water in the bottles, and you boil some beans, you make a pot of beans, and you mix the rice and beans, and then you pour that stuff on top of there. I think that's a really good meal. And this, for a family of 5, will get you by for a while. Little things like this is kind of comfort, but I mean, tell me you don't need your coffee, you know? Don't put it in there, whoop, right? You can put more food in there if you don't put that coffee in there. Same thing with the coconut water. But I hear it's really good for you. It's a lot of vitamins and stuff. So I'm gonna make one last suggestion on this. Something that we can fit in here is gonna be multivitamins. And I'm leaving a little bit of room because obviously I don't think I'm gonna put these in there. Mom's gonna actually use these. I am gonna put that in there when I seal this up, and then I'm gonna write the closest expiration date on the lid, and I'm gonna write the date that I put everything in. I'm also going to include in this a roll of toilet paper. I'm also going to include, and this is my recommendation, some medicines, ibuprofen, fever controlling things like that, cold and flu, like the NyQuil stuff, is a good idea. You can put a box in there, right, of day and night, NyQuil and Dayquil together in the same box. Imodium, something to loosen you up and something to bind you up. I think that's a really good idea to have those things in there, and you don't have to do that every pail because you're not going to go through that stuff as fast, but maybe every 3rd pail, and you need a label on the top with a Sharpie that's what's in there. So anyway, those are some ideas. This is not by any means the end all be all of this. Like I said, I think this is I know this is poorly planned. This is just kind of me walking through the grocery store and going, ooh, right? I think if you laid this out a little bit better, you could get a lot better coverage, but this is something better than nothing. We'll talk about it more when we get to the house. I'm gonna have her check us out with this and subtotal it. Obviously we have to have this, and pardon me. Oh yeah, and this is not morale food. This is not morale food for a future day. This is morale food for right now in the parking lot. Okay. Yeah, I'll have her subtotal this, and then we'll talk about it in the garage at home. See you guys there. Oh my God. I forgot how good these are. I usually get the apple, but I haven't had a Hostess pie in over a year. Okay, so on the receipt, I had her ring up the stuff in the bucket first. What's the total on that?
$38.
How much?
$38.
Just stuff in the bucket. $38. Flat. So the question is, how long do you think that would feed you and your people? That 5-gallon pail is less than $50. There's a subtotal. I'm gonna go by real slow. You can pause the screen anytime you want. These are the things we bought. And there's the grand total for the bucket. And there's all the other crap I bought. And there's the grand total. So there you go. 112 it says. Well, she said it was 118. Oh, I just didn't look at it right. Alright, so anyway, you didn't need to sell that. So that's it, Smart and Final. I'm going to tell you, Smart and Final is smaller quantities. Smart and Final is smaller quality. I'm shaking like crazy, dude. That's how hungry I am. Smart and Final is smaller quantities, but it is Costco pricing and Costco-like stuff. They have the water, they have all that stuff. Smart and Final is a good store. In your neck of the woods, wherever you are in the world, you've probably got a store like this. Someplace where you can get canned goods at a discount budget price. 38 bucks for what we put in that. And you know, you saw the price on everything. The coconut stuff's probably not cheap. I didn't pay attention to the price. What's it, how much is the coconut? $1.49. That's not bad. That's cheap. From Vietnam. Imported coconut water.
I think the most, yeah, no, the pinto beans were the expensive.
Beans and rice have gone up.
$5.
Yeah, no kidding. 10 years ago, beans and rice were like half the price here now. Way cheaper. So, there you go. That bucket will feed you for that long. For less than 50 bucks, you can put one of these buckets away. And if that gets you through a week, you know, have 4 of them. Get through a month. They're saying this coronavirus can knock you down for a month. You know, would it be nice to not have to buy groceries for a month? You know, put the stuff in there you want. Maybe you don't like beans. My wife doesn't like beans. She'll eat the rice though. She'll eat the other stuff. Just about everything in there, I'm pretty sure she'll eat. The canned green beans, I don't think she'll eat that. We did buy a can of green beans, didn't I? We bought all that steak and potato soup stuff. Then we put Spam in there. You probably don't want to put Spam in there. If you do that, put more vegetables and fruits and stuff. It's a little bit better idea. Put some multivitamins in there. Put a roll of toilet paper in there. Put small bits of medicines that you'll need.
Oh, you guys didn't know that. I was still so confused, bro. So you saw it, huh? Yeah.
It's everywhere we went tonight. Because we gotta do that right now. Anyway, alright guys. Hope this helps. Hope it's informative. I hope it motivates you to get out and get stuff and get it put aside. The big problem with this coronavirus thing is not going to be the bug itself. It's going to be the way people act when it starts doing stuff. So I really hope that it's not bad, the way people behave, but we can't get people to behave civilly in a civil society while things are good. So I think it's a really good idea that you be ready. I really do. I think it's a good enough idea that I'm willing to spend almost 50 bucks to show you. It's not that hard to do. And actually it was kind of fun. Even though I'm tired and beat down. Anyway, that's enough. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. Vanilla wafers?
No. Next to it.
Ginger snaps?
No.
Oh, moon pies. Moon pies. Don't put moon pies in your 5-gallon pails,
They're
guys.
so garbage.
I know, but they're so good. Moon pies are good.